be good to go tomorrow?
He looked good, so we'll check back with Eric. I know you guys spoke with him. Obviously, we'd be moving him off an IR, and I'm excited when that's it. It looks good.
Alex said his status will be a coach's decision. So, what's that? What's your call on that?
He just didn't want to tell you how good he feels. So, yeah, it's a very easy coach's decision, is what that is. But yes, I think procedurally, he that now goes to the medical team after today's skate and converse, and we all converse. But he looks back to normal.
Eric had his own net today. Is he going to be activated for tomorrow?
That is, again, the conversation that will be had now. And, in all probability, yes, based on how he went through the last couple of practices and today specifically giving him his own net to get more work. And he looked like Tuch, pretty much back to normal.
In preseason, you spoke a lot about different combinations and working with different combinations. So now, is that what you're talking about now, this situation you're in now, where whether it's Dylan Cousins or Casey Middlestat, Skinner and Tuch, they've played with either one of those guys and makes it more seamless? Is that kind of what you were talking about?
Yeah, I don't know if it makes it more seamless. The hope is it makes it more seamless. And that is exactly it, Paul. You are knowing that this is the NHL in 82 games and you're going to deal with injuries and guys are going to have to respond when that's the case and acclimate very quickly to playing with different line mates and teammates and situations. And that's the case for us now. You lose Tage. We were without Tuch for the last few games. So that, broke up any continuity there. And now you're without Tage, and that breaks up some continuity in the top six, and you adjust.
Goes. I mean, we've talked about his personality and stuff before, but I mean, he just seems, he gets hurt when he's on a roll, but he's just so undeterred. He just seems to have that kind of tunnel vision, and nothing changes him. Have you noticed that? I guess.
Yeah, exactly. And that's probably why he's been able to persevere through a career, mostly as a backup goaltender. You have to have that ability to stay dialed in and focused, even without reps of games as a backup. You've got to stay ready. You've got to stay on it. You got to love the game to do it. You got to love to work to do it, and be unrelenting. You have to have that unrelenting component, and he has that. And in the process, he's a happy guy. I mean, he brings a lot of real good energy, as you guys know. But those are really intangible attributes that he wouldn't be here if he didn't have them.
Zach is ready to get back into the lineup here. What do you want to see from him when it's go time for him?
I think he was good when he left the lineup and would love to see even more progress on it. And he's had time to sit back and be in meetings and observe ups and downs through other guys. And he's a pretty intuitive guy. I would imagine he's picked up a lot, and I'm excited to see where he is now coming off of this.
Do you want to ease Henry in now that he's back in practice after missing a couple of days with?
We didn't know we'd have him in practice this morning based on how he felt. So, prior to coming in this morning, we were thinking there's a possibility he might not be in practice depending on how he felt. So now that he went through it, I'll see how he responded and start processing that a little differently. And, with him in the equation now that we know it's definitive, and work toward a decision. Now we have the information that we didn't have 2 hours ago.
It's become so common in the league to use top forwards, your top skill guys on the PK, and years have been really good for you over the last year. When you see a guy go down in a situation like that, does it make you pause and consider, do I not use somebody like Tuch in a certain situation where on the PK, maybe use different personnel? It's not like you can predict injuries or avoid them. Block shots happen, but does it make you just wonder, how could we do things differently?
Well, on that, it does. It does, absolutely. So for us, even schematically, you want to pressure different ways so you don't have to block shots, or you pre-scout and you put guys that are shot blockers and guys lanes that are shooters on the other team. So you're literally doing that type of stuff. In this particular case, this was nothing to do with the penalty kill shot block, he just opened his hand the wrong way, and unfortunately, it hit him the wrong way. So it wasn't your traditional shot block. I don't think we needed to do that in that particular case, and it was unfortunate. But yes, it happens on the penalty kill. You certainly do ask yourself, okay, if he wasn't on the penalty kill, might he not have got hurt? But you're going to do that every time these guys get hurt. Was it this situation that caused it? But we do have concern about that with top players, and we try to schematically work to the best around it.
How much do you think it could help you guys to get on the road here? It's the longest road trip you've had this season, and kind of an environment you guys seem to relish last year.
Yeah, we hope it'll help. That's absolutely, and we hope everything helps, and anything helps. This now is a road trip, so you're saying, does that help? But the road trip itself, Matt, yes, it's nice to get on the road. It's just different. And when I say on the road, we've been out and back. So every game has been a 1 day out back. So you're not really on the road. You jump on a plane, you play, you come home. When you're on the road, you sit and you can do coaching a little bit different. You got more time with the guys. They don't have family and other obligations that they do when they're home, and other responsibilities. So they're together. They're obviously in a foreign environment where it's only us. There's nothing else going on, and it's much easier to feel like a team and to prepare as a team. Because you literally are preparing as a team. You're having all your meals together. You're talking to each other through the entire day, not for just 3 hours. And those are really teams talk about team building and extracurriculars to team build. The best team building is the road. There's no better. You could go to a military camp for a week, but there's no better than playing in somebody else's building for team building, and then being on the road together for extended time. So we do look forward to that for those reasons.
Zach Benson, how much will these next few games impact your decision to ultimately keep them or send them back? Or are you comfortable with what you've seen? Like, where are you at in that?
We're comfortable. There's a comfort level in what we've seen, but these 3 games will impact. He's done a nice job. We have obviously that line in the sand at 9, where the decision has to be made. And no decision has been made yet. So these are 3 big ones, definitely.